All right, shalom, shalom. I don't know what it chose to do its own orientation this morning, so we're gonna just roll with it. But bless y'all, Pastor Corey here this morning. Um, just want to touch on a few things about being in this ministry of restoration. I'm glad a lot of you all that have some type of tenure here in this ministry have had opportunity to see the growth and the things that pertain to restoration being done in actuality here in this ministry. And that's because there are men that have, positioned themselves to follow the Most High Yah wholeheartedly. And, I thank the Most High Yah, first of all, and I want y'all to hear me, because we can take this for granted, all right? We can take this for granted. See, one thing I have found out that people do take for granted the gifts of the Most High Yah, meaning the people that Yah have put before you and in front of you. And that happens in many ways. Why? Because people are a righteousness to them own selves, number one. Number two, people hate authority, especially men, all right? And a lot of us have been in lives and lifestyles where our lives wasn't beneficial, it wasn't profitable, but to us, it was what we thought at the time the best thing for us. And so I've come to really look and pay attention at just how much my life has been enhanced. This ain't about giving props to a man or giving props to a ministry. The truth is the truth. And I really realized that, as I look back and reflect just on what has happened. I was talking to my boys this morning because I have a nephew that was murdered in St. Louis on Shabbat at 1 o'clock. And it's Brother Vest's son, but at the same time, that morning, Brother Vest sent them an opportunity to receive of the word of life. He sent him and his daughter, Brother Vest has 4 children, but he sent those two specifically another opportunity. And I was just telling my boys this morning, I said, check this out. You pass away on the same day that the opportunity for the word of life to even save you from this situation. And it's either you hear for bear, it's either you receive or reject. And so, and that's what I know it to be. Man, when you have the Most High Yah that has given us opportunities to be redeemed from the lives that we have lived, then you find that, just like Shepherd said in that video yesterday, and he was talking about the men and being ready to restore. Man, that thing rang so heavily in my spirit and in my soul, because I know where I was from. I know what I talked to a guy today, and you could just tell, the Most High had an appointment for him to hear, because I was ministering to him this morning, just because his son died, and he told me that his son died right after he received that deception in the arm. And then he got a few other people, one of his friends down in Texas and somebody else that he know. The same thing happened. Right after getting that deception in the arm, they died. And so, his eyes is already open. He's already primed and ready. And so this is one of those things where you have a ministry that's telling you that you need to be up under authority. You need to be listening. Why? Because Yah gives us a level of wisdom and understanding that stands the test of the time. And most of y'all, if you have lived and you saw the likeness of the things that was happening during that 2019 CV event, right? An event is what it was. Then you saw who everybody was. That exposed everybody. That exposed family members. That exposed friends. That exposed people that are so-called, people that are upstanding. I mean, you looked in the stores and people was fighting over toilet tissue. People was hogging toilet tissue. So it behooves us as a people, as a nation, to heed the words of this man, Pastor Charles Dow, that Yah has put in front of our eyes, that have allowed a true word to enter into our ears. This is what I was explaining to my boys. I said, because look at this, your cousin is done. We will never see him ever again. He's not going to be in eternity. He's going to wander about in torment, and then he has torment in judgment that's going to come where you're going to be lonely and separated for the rest of your life. You're going to be so busy getting tormented that you're not going to be able to tune in to what somebody else is being tormented on in the pit. So while Yah has you in a position to hear truth, receive truth, abide in truth, and know that you have been given truth, this is when you take full advantage, especially when you have a ministry like this that have fed you nothing but truth. See, I don't care who left. I don't care about these teachings that people do. Eric Robinson, all of these people, man. I listen, I have not a worry in the world. You come out with videos about, your points on why you left and this and that. Listen, man, Pastor Corey don't get distracted. Because one thing I know, I was showing the Saints last week. Before I went to Kansas City, the Most High had dropped something in my spirit. When I got to Kansas City, I ended up getting a text random about the very thing that the Holy Spirit had already given me wisdom to operate above. And I said, look at this. See, so I know I don't have to prove nothing to anybody. I don't have to prove nothing. See, this whole thing is about walking while you can in the level of righteousness that's required of you. See, and that's what you don't understand. Yah has put people in your life to help you walk in the required righteousness that is going to cause your life to bear fruit more than it ever would have if you wouldn't have had those behind you and in front of you, alongside you, and next to you, pushing you in righteousness. David said, let a righteous man smite me on the cheek. Why? Because if that's what it takes to do righteousness, then I need that level of admonishment. See, we don't think like that. We don't have that type of understanding. And so when you hear these strong words coming out of this ministry, man, people flee and run. They run like it's 1,000 dogs chasing them onto the front porch. And guess what? Men are like that. People are like that. But you need to take advantage of this ministry. You need to take advantage of what y'all is showing, because you don't know how valuable this is. And I myself, the reason why I came on this morning, it ain't because of my nephew. It's because I really realized, just in seeing family members, just how much Yah has saved me from the blindness that I was in, the lack of understanding that I was in. See, they can't understand why you do what you do because, I was just reading to some folks this morning. In 2 Corinthians chapter 5, starting at verse 14, all the way to verse 17. You read it. But it starts in verse 14 where it says the love of Christ constraineth us. So people can't understand how you operate in the constraint of not dealing with the world, not operating as they do any longer. But then when you go down further and it tell you we once knew Christ according to the flesh, but we henceforth know him no more according to the flesh, because we died. I mean, he died, and when he died, we all died. So we don't have no more portion in this world. And that's where a lot of my discernment come from. When I see people trapped and caught on worldly principle, worldly thoughts, worldly events, worldly involvement, then I know you don't know who the Most High Yah, because it already told you that the end of this world is Esau, but the beginning of the next is Jacob. So that means there's a reward. If church was what it is, then you don't understand that there is a promise for Jacob, which is our reward in the next world. We're gonna rule and reign. We're gonna rule and reign. And so you got to get yourself in a kingdom mindset to act as those ruling and reigning. So when you hear Pastor talking like he was yesterday, man, as a man in my house, guess what? I've been preaching this. Because I won't be in a house that I can't rule and reign over. I will start completely over and reign like nobody's business. That's what I am doing. That's what I'm going to continue to do. And as y'all continue to bless me and increase me, man, listen, that's what I know. See, if I had that type of mindset in the world, where you talking about a dominant mindset, whatever I did, it don't matter if it was women, if it don't matter sports, whatever, dominate. That's what it was. But see, then you have to learn after you get rid of a religious mindset on really who you are in the Most High Yah. And that's what this ministry should have become to a lot of y'all. You should no longer be fearful. You should no longer be dealing with pessimistic mindset. You should no longer be dealing with doubt and worry and things that have no benefit and is not charged to a great affair on your account. You can't operate in that no longer. You have to operate in a capacity that's going to allow you to really maximize who y'all want you to be. Because see, y'all know the extent. He know the level of fruit. He know the level of talent that you have, that you either multiply it, like I was reading to my sons and my daughter out of Matthew chapter 5. You take what Yah has given you, you invest it, and you multiply it, and you create more. See, and that's why it says these seeds, some bear 30, some 60. You hear me? And some 100-fold. Well, if you ain't in a ministry that's going to press you and push you and cause you to move forward, you ain't going to bear no fruit. And that's the very thing Yah has brought you. That's the first thing you should know. Wow, this is going to cause me to move forward, because the ministry ain't standing still. The ministry is constantly moving forward in what is presented in this book to press you forward in righteousness. You can't see it because you're looking at it from the same way that you looked at things in the world. This is not that. So realize that, saint. Realize that, saint, and realize that restoration is now. Restoration is set before you. Restoration is what's being given to you to perform, to where your reward and your fruit is tied to your performance in the place and the things that Yah has allowed you to touch, see, hear, and be a part of. So you got to understand that on a level. If you don't understand that now, then you never gonna understand. And if you do, then run it harder than you ever have, because the day is late and the hour is short. I guarantee you. And I'm not gonna get caught in that, man. I am in such a thanksgiving because of what I know Yah is doing. You know, I have brothers that I see that's just full of joy. It just lights me on fire, like Elder Rob Mack. You know, when I see them, man, when I see my brothers, you know, I remember the inception of these brothers coming in before they was elders and pastors. You see these brothers coming in, and they had a eagerness to learn. They knew that they was something. And then guess what? You find out Yah presses you immediately into what you are to him. Why? Because the laborers are few, the labor is much, And so then therefore, in order to reap the harvest, you got to get those whose hearts are going to be truly, truly indicted in serving the Most High Yah, man. You know, people just don't know what you don't understand when they have not died to this flesh. They have not died to the fleshly things of this world. You understand? See, I've died to it. And so I can look at it and see that it profit the spirit man nothing. So therefore I have no purpose in it. And then people can't understand it. You know what I mean? Because they just see you and they see the same person they've seen their whole life, but they don't know the fruit. See, they see the fruit, but they don't know it's fruit. That's where you do your diligence and protect that from people that lack understanding. All right? Bless y'all on that. I'm gonna show y'all how this garden look right now. So, you know, we been growing and getting it done. We over here with this deal. Those mustards are going to seeds over there. Right? Look at all the trellises now. The trellises are full. Okay. Here. Right, we got a whole basket of cucumbers in there right now. All right. Y'all check this out. Loaded up. I mean, y'all has just been truly blessing. You see this? I'm thankful. You know, I pray on this. And we steady adding. We got places still plotted out for the fall garden that's going to come up. Take y'all on the other side. I know we got some prickly pear fruit that's going to be coming up. I know on the other cactus plant that we have over there, mullen, right there. You see, we loaded up, man. Y'all is good. You know what I'm saying? So, right. See right there, you got one blackberry right there that I can see on there. Squirrels been coming over here beating us to our own harvest. Boy, listen, I'm thinking about setting some bombs out in this joker. All right, but look at there. So these, we've been putting these. We got this one wrapped up, but they growing. They all up in there. Hallelujah. Look at that. That's good, man. I love that this watermelon is growing. We got it growing on this trellis. Some Congos growing, hanging off this joker. And then I think we're getting over to the beans. I know they done harvested some of the beans this morning. So I don't see, there's one right there hanging. So we got this growing. I know they brought a bunch of them in right here. They brought a bunch of them in this morning, a basket full of cucumbers. We're sitting up there. Got honeydew and got some cantaloupe down here on the end. There's more beans up there. We let them beans grow up on the outside of the trellis. So, yep, yeah, it's good, man. So this thing's growing up well. So last time y'all didn't see none of this planted. So the harvest is good. We got a lot of that covered up over there because they just been having a field day. Getting it in. The garlic is it's getting ready. It's coming up out of there. I'll have some nice size bulbs coming out of there. Oh, y'all is good, man. We getting it in. I'm gonna take y'all over there to the orchard here in a second. But yeah, we growing on these trellises right here in front of the garden. So it's a blessing, man, just to be able to do what Y'all's causing us to do. Let me show y'all those prickly pear fruit that's getting ready to grow. So right here, these is all prickly pear fruits that's getting ready to grow on this. So go over here. Praise the Most High. Y'all, I'm gonna be on out y'all hair here in a minute, but here it is. Let me go over there. All right, so banana tree right there. All right, this we gotta get that. This was a really good blueberry. I mean not blueberry. Blackberry bush, man. We gotta get going. I got some. I forget the name of these right here, but here's the orchard. I mean, got blueberries on that end, that outer end over there. Sister Gabby them got on bee suits. They getting ready to go in back here. All right, chickens over there. Pears. Here go sister. Here go brother Demore. Brother Demore, what you getting ready to do?
Check.
Look at the camera, boy.
Check the beehive.
Right. What's that in your hand?
A smoker.
What does that do?
Did you let it go?
I don't know.
Not too hard.
Calms the bees down.
All right, sister. How you feeling this morning, Sister Gabby?
I feel good.
Hallelujah. You see them? They ready. They go brother Rim. Right there. Brother Gabe.
Shalom.
Hallelujah. So we getting it in. So we end up finally catching us a hive. I don't have nothing on. I ain't getting ready to go mess with it, but they chase me and run me off. All right, but it's right here. They in there. Cause we saw them the other week when they first started lining up. There go one coming out right there. He just flew out. So I'm sorry about that, y'all. There go another one coming out. So they in there making honey, making hives. So pretty soon we'll get some honey out of this one. And the other one, I think we probably ain't gonna, I think Sister Gabby said we might not touch this one this time around and let them do what they're doing. So we can really get on it when we need it. But praise the Most High, man. I just wanted to come on, man. You all are a part of something good. You know, just being able to minister like I did this morning to, you know, one of the brothers, a guy, you know, like I said, he was primed and ready. A guy went to high school with, played high school football with, and, you know, he was telling me something. He said, I've been watching you online, man. He just blew me away to see what type of life you living and how you doing it. And if you could do it, because I know you, then I know I need to be listening to you and following you, because you wouldn't just be doing this. And this is what I mean. So that, again, how many people do we have to chase down when Yah's restoring? They already ready. They're gonna already hear. They're already being prepared by the Most High Yah. You just gotta be a seed planter. You're not the waterer, okay? And you're not the increase giver. Okay, you just gotta be willing to plant the seeds, and that's all it is. All right? Got a pecan tree right here growing. And I know some of y'all probably wondering, what in the world these pipes? So these pipes are 2 feet under the root to cause the root system to grow deep in the ground. The ground is a little bit clay-like, so this allows us to get down to the root system good. And not only that, but we can feed fertilizer and nutrients down to the root system while we water the top. And man, I've already seen this method working and just do wonders, you know, and we just trying to ensure we get what we gotta get. But this the other orchard that you can see. Got fruit on it, got a pear tree over there. These are all different type of, you know, apples, you know, and things that we got, that we have here. So, you know, some of these may be just a green apple. One, I think green apples are maybe that tree or the one over here is all green apples. Some of these other ones I don't know exact kind, but see, here go some pears that's growing on these up here. So, y'all is good, man. You know, y'all is good. You know, I can't wait to fellowship with some of y'all because it does my heart well. There go another hive right here that we've been working on. We're not quite getting the action over here yet, but y'all will bring the increase. But anyway, praise the Most High, y'all, for my family. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I truly thank the Most High, y'all, for Pastor Charles Dow, man. Because, you know, you got brothers that labor and they know what they laboring for. They stand on it, they live it. If you really think about it, Pastor Charles Dow have tried to protect the sheep in example, in truth, in going forward, standing at the gate like a shepherd would do. Whatever it takes so that the sheep will remain in the fold, I watched that brother do it. And so it leaves me no choice but to be nothing less than that. And that's what I mean by restoration, man. All you gotta do is be what's in front of you. And all would be well if you would just receive what Yah has given you to help sustain you. And a lot of times you don't even understand that these people have been sent and given to you to help you be sustained in this walk and in righteousness. You know, so I hope you hear that. I'm gonna show y'all one last thing. I'm gonna let y'all go. I don't know if y'all see all this white spray over this fruit, but this is to stop, you know, these little worms and these little things that come and make the fruit look like this. This is a wax that you spray over it, and the fruit that's good, it's plenty. You know what I mean? Like here, you know, you got these apples, ain't nothing wrong with them. So, but that wax is like a protectant that goes on there. But I hope I said something this morning that makes sense, that have fed your spirit and your soul, because that's what it's about. If you living according to the flesh, you can't do nothing but reap corruption. So I hope I said something this morning to stimulate the spirit, man, that's within, and that causes you to continue to reflect on why you need to come out, why you need to be with Yah's people on one accord. This, you know, people would say anything. I watched a sister-in-law post on her page, you know, people using God to help pay for their children. Boy, they know not what they do. Boy, I tell you, they know not what they do. So, you all be blessed, be well in Mashiach. And may the spirit that's within you guide you, teach you, lead you, and increase you in this day, that all be well, that nothing interferes with the purpose that Yah has purposed you for in this day. Be well. Shalom, shalom. Hallelujah.